guys, welcome back. Last year I created the CMW system as a way for beginning art students to get comfortable with their pencils. After a full year with that program, I've developed the intermediate program, and this is for people who are comfortable putting their pencil to the paper but need a better understanding how to control the pencils and how to create different lighting effects. With this program, we get more into technique and texture, so there's a lot to cover. Let's get started. Of course, the first thing we're going to talk about is what's in this course. It contains a lot. There's 180 comprehensive Prismacolor blending palette cards, written text, of course, 150 pencil cards, 150 analogous color cards, 10 practice sketches, 6 instruction videos. These are instruction videos that are exclusive to this system. A new Prismacolor list giving you a new order to put your pencils in that are arranged so that you can do blending very easily, and you'll see that in just a minute. A pencil stroke practice guide. Associated with this, there's going to be 10 demo videos and 1 blank card page so that you can add to your set yourself. So let's take a look at what these look like. The system starts off with some text, and I know that reading can be a little bit dry. When you look at each section, you'll see that there is a URL. This is a clickable link that's on the PDF. This will take you directly to the video lesson. So what I've included in the text are the notes from that lesson. And I did it that way because I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. I don't want you to have to concentrate on writing things down. Everything that's important that I'm teaching you is included in the text section. Every section has a new video, and there are 6 videos associated with this. So that's your text section. The next section is the card section. Now this is one of 3 card sections. The first one has general color blends and palettes, and there are 180 of these. You'll get them as a sheet, and then what you're meant to do is to cut the cards. Now I put them in to fit in the pocket of these baseball protectors. I got this at Office Depot. They sell them on Amazon. They're very inexpensive, just a couple of dollars. This is the first of the cards. Now each card has the name of the palette and the color blends to create the palette. On this side you have the pencils individually, and on this side you have a simulated blend of those pencils. Each one of these cards has between 3 and 7 pencils in them. Most of them have 4 and above. I think only a couple of them have 3. The next section of cards are your analogous colors. Now these are going to have a lot of information on the card. Over here you have A4, A1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. It's labeled in the order in which you should keep your pencils in. This pencil set comes with the analogous, or the pencil that sits next to it on the color wheel. So say we're taking Crimson Lake, you would have your lighter one is pomegranate. The main color is your middle color, that's the Crimson Lake, and then the lighter color. Some of them do not have analogous complements in the sets, and for that I gave you a really good substitute pencil. So you have 150 of these cards. The third section of cards has another 150, and they're the individual pencils plus the tone and the tint, the darker and the lighter version. So you have the lighter version on the outside and the darker version on the inside. These are very important cards. They're a little bit smaller, but they're very important for when we start the color blending itself on the paper. Everybody's printers are different, and even if you get them printed in a print shop, you're going to have your color variations because these are pencils and that's ink. So what I did, and it was very, very easy to make sure that your pencil combinations stay true to the pencil, all you do is put a very, very light layer of wax over the ink. It took me maybe 10 minutes to do the whole set. That's one set I have. Here, I put them in the individual slots. Then I give you a blank sheet because everybody collects color combinations and you want to keep them all in your book the same. So I'm giving you a blank sheet for you to be able to fill out your own. Then you have your pencil list. This is not the pencil order that came in the box that a lot of people follow. This is done by the color wheel, and it's arranged by red with orange undertones, red with blue undertones, and it separates your pencils out so that you know immediately what's a good color combination. In the videos for the book, we go over this very extensively. The last section is your work section. I've included a grayscale practice, and we're going to learn how to do these grayscales for each color. So I gave you a practice sheet, your pencil stroke practice sheet, and now we have some sketches. These are practice sketches, and let me get to one. Okay, so here is a cherry. This is the prep sheet. I gave you each picture several times, and this is to work out your color and your lighting. We're going to do some really interesting things with this. Then you get a full size where we're actually going to do the picture, but instead of having it one way, I gave it to you two ways. This is the darker version, and this is coloring book style or line book style. Then I gave you a very light version where you have the ability to cover up the lines using colored pencil. The ink is very light and it covers up very easily. This would be more cartoon-like, and this would be realistic. And again, we go through 10 different pictures. The lessons. I have a class video schedule, and it's included in the book. Here we have the dates that each one of these videos are going to come out. They're already up on YouTube. They're put into the schedule, and they're going to release on these dates. This is included in the book so that you know when each one of these are going to be released. You don't have to watch them all at once. So we have cherries. What are we going to learn from that cherry video? So we have traditional lighting and lighting contrast. The next week on 10/26, we're going to have the grape picture. And there we're going to learn backlighting and how to create depth. The bow is a high contrast lighting lesson. The cookie, you'll learn color movement, how to do wrinkles and the texture of bread. The cupcake, mixing textures, lighting curves, indentations, and cast shadows. This is also good for skin. The scrunchie is everything on fabric. You'll learn how to fold, how to do wrinkles, and individual fabric textures. The fried egg, we're going to be doing translucent and opaque objects. The balloon elephant and unicorn, we're going to learn how to do mylar, which is a lot of fun. And then we have the lollipops. And this one, members of the Facebook group are going to recognize this one because they named all the color blends that I create for this one. This is kind of like a fun video. And they were wondering why I asked that question. They had to come up with a name. I used some of the names actually in the palettes in here, but this is when we got to the good names. I couldn't put some of the names that you people came up with in this book. I had to use it for the video on YouTube because if it doesn't monetize, it doesn't monetize. I don't care. It's going to be a little bit more adult. Not my idea, it's you guys' idea. I didn't come up with those names. The class starts Monday on 10/19, and that will be when the cherries are released. You have a week to get your books in order, but don't worry. If you come in at any time, this is always going to be there. If you come in late, if you miss a week, it's not going to make a difference. That is the blending system. Now let's take a look at why do you need all these cards? This is the part that gets super fun. Here I have a page, and this was done by Fashion, by Color It, Fashion Through the Ages. This book is fantastic. This is pretty new, and you can get it on colorit.com. I love her books. They're great, but I'm going to do a review of her books and a flip through on another day. So here I have a really good picture, and I have my cards. I'm looking at this picture. I don't know how to put the whole thing together because there's a lot of things going on in this picture. You have background, foreground, This could be the same color as the background. It could be a different color. You've got a metallic ring that you can do going around it. Endless possibilities, but you're not sure where to start. So here I have my color swatches, and we'll pick up this one to begin with. I have my color Fairy Dahlias. Say I want to do this rose in purple and pink. So here I have Tuscan Red, and I have Tuscan Red here. On this card, I have two more colors that I know are going to blend in nicely with this color combination. So I leave that together. Now I need my leaves and my gold. I want a greenish gold around the band to pick up the colors that are reflecting off the leaves. I want colors that go with each other. So I picked out Cherry Leaf, which is a very pretty combination, to do on my leaves. And I picked out a gold leaf because I want to do this in a greenish gold so that it looks like it's reflecting off of. So I put these two cards together, and I'm sort of like looking for compatibility. I've got lemon yellow and deco yellow. Go back to my book and I look at my analogous color list. And under the bright yellows, I have canary yellow and lemon yellow. If I didn't know these colors, I would think to myself, lemon yellow, deco yellow, double check it on my list. They come in the same category under the bright yellows. They go together. Then I want to look to make sure that some of these others, like the green ochre, I look on my list again and I see that the green ochre, that grouping contains green ochre, sandbar brown, moss green, artichoke. These are all colors that go with each other. So I get out my sandbar. I have this color combination. Now I double check to make sure there's colors that go, and I do have my lemon yellow. I know that these three color groupings all go together. Put that away. We've now figured out the leaves. They're going to match. Now I need another color flower. I look under my straw field, and I really like these colors, but I need something more. I look under my list. I look for what colors go in. One other color goes with this one. So I'm going to put the single color with that one. And then I do the same thing for another flower. So far I have these going together. I've got my rose flower. And now I have to pick a background color. I already have my colors figured out on here. All I have to do is pick a color that complements this. And my poppy red analogous, which comprises of carmine poppy and poppy red with black. I know this background's going to look very pretty with this. So my colors are picked out for this picture. I mean, of course, there's more things on there. You would add in more colors. Now I put them in the baseball card holder. I can put them in as singles, or I can group them together and put them in. Now it could take me a week, it could take me a month to do this picture. It doesn't matter because I've got my colors sitting right here. And what's really nice, if you want to work on another coloring page and you want to use the same colors, you could print this out 100 times. And that's why I put them on the PDF. So that is the color blending system now. Now, as of today, I will have this in my Etsy shop. I will leave my Etsy shop on the screen and down below as a link if you're interested in this. Remember, the classes start next Monday, and I will see you guys in my next video. Me and the ghost. Goodbye.